You're listening to the Confidence Shift podcast. I'm your host, Michele Gustafson. I'm a former award-winning direct sales entrepreneur who achieved everything you think you want in a business, plus a little burnout and depression on the side. But using my degree in marketing strategy, expertise in personal branding, and my creative self-development process, I healed myself by shifting my confidence, starting with how I saw myself in the mirror. Now, as a certified image consultant and international confidence coach, I run a life-changing internet business and online community showing purpose-driven female entrepreneurs, professionals, and community influencers to toss out the old dress for style mentality and shift into the image, mindset, success connection that crushes self-doubt and creates maximum visibility for your goals. Each episode, I share lessons, stories, and personal musings from my life as an entrepreneur, wife, and mom, all aimed at helping you see yourself differently so you can live a life filled with more intention, joy, and success. I'm glad you're here. Let's jump in. Hi, folks. Welcome back. I am so excited for this episode because it goes to the very central theme of what people think I do and what I actually do. So today's episode is called It's Not About the Clothes. And I'm going to tell you something. I know that you know academically in your mind from what you've seen in the world that how you dress is mirroring your confidence and your mindset. I know you know that. I know you know that. All of that knowing is grounding it in figuring out how you make that actually connect with what you want to create. If you think about any great person who has had success, they have had ways to get past a sticky mindset. No one is immune. So if you can't get past procrastination, or you feel stuck, or you feel isolated, it's a problem because it means that you can't connect or attract those people that you need to in order to move forward. And while you know that how you dress is mirroring your mindset and your confidence, many of you have no idea how it really connects and then how to shift it into something that gives you power instead of grief every day you look in the mirror. The thoughts you have about yourself right now are running your life. Psychology studies have shown that of the spontaneously occurring thoughts in your mind, 60 to 70% of them are negative. And they relate to 3 different areas in your life that really stand to sabotage your success, your happiness, your joy. The first is thoughts related to inferiority. So, are people better than me? Am I not as good as others? The second is thoughts related to love and approval. How come I'm not selected? How come I'm not chosen? And the third is thoughts related to being in control or seeking control. So why am I never heard? Why am I never seen? Why do I feel invisible? These thoughts come up every time you get dressed. They just sound different. They may sound like, ooh, does this outfit make me look fat? Does this dress make me look overweight? Does this make me look too whatever, too sexy, too serious, too much? Will they take me seriously? All of those questions you have about how you get dressed are mirrored in those thoughts that are proven to be mindset sabotagers. Thoughts of inferiority, thoughts related to love and approval, and thoughts related to being in control. But there is a bright side. These thoughts can be turned around every single day that you put on something that is meaningful. The intention of your dressing becomes the intention of your day. That's what you need to understand. And you can change those thoughts by seeing yourself differently in the mirror when you know how. You can break down those pieces of self-doubt that have to do with those 3 negative self-talk areas. And instead, you can turn your dressing behavior into something that turns your mindset over. Let me tell you a little story. Back in the day, I was a debate champion. And I remember going to the National Debate Championship It was in Montreal, and it was a 4-day affair. At the competition were all the best debate champions from across Canada, from all different provinces, and there was only a few of us from each province to represent all the different areas across Canada. I remember the second day because it was Model Parliament Day. And Model Parliament mimics Canada's parliament, government, and the debate that happens there. I was voted leader of the opposition. So among all of the students who were at this conference, I was chosen as the primary leader, primary speaker of the opposition. And I was scared. I mean, I'm thinking about all the other debate champions, how I had seen them in competition before, how I wasn't sure how I added up. I wasn't sure how the debate would go. We didn't know the topic at the time. All I knew was that my peers had voted me leader of the opposition, and I needed to stand up and be a leader in that Model Parliament debate that was happening the next day. How did I approach it? That day, I put on the most powerful thing that I had brought with me. Picture it, late 90s, goldenrod yellow blazer with black trim, sharp cut tailoring, and a thick shoulder pad that stood up higher than you can imagine. Black pencil skirt, black hose, and pumps. I was 17 and I looked 40. But when I walked into that Model Parliament ring, I commanded the room and the environment. I deliberately dressed as who I needed to be at that moment. And what happened was what happens to you. Behavior always follows mindset. How you get dressed is a huge clue, not only to your current state today, but the power that you could gain if you knew how to get it right. When we think about all of those self-sabotaging thoughts that we give ourselves, those negative self-talk, those are all rooted somewhere in self-doubt. Remember, self-doubt of feeling inferior. Am I going to be able to stand up in Model Parliament and they're going to believe me? Thoughts related to love and approval. Am I good enough to be with all of these other competitors? And thoughts of being in control. I have no idea what this debate is going to entail, and I've got to stand up there. You can attach the intention of your dressing to be the intention of your day. And it can either be one of procrastination and doubt or power and purpose. By connecting yourself, your emotions, your strengths over your limitations to your image, you get to see yourself as a powerful individual who is making change. How do you do that? It starts with a process of self-discovery and a loving way to shine in the mirror as yourself. It starts with a process to define yourself through your values. Your values are that track you run on in your life, and they can be attached to what you wear. It comes from a process to crystallize the message about your life in what you'd wear and how you act. It also comes from a process to attach clothing as being symbolic of your mindset, to walk into that Model Parliament as the leader of the opposition, not as someone who has just been given the title. And it comes from the know-how to make all of this align with an entire image. Image is not just about the clothing. It's about everything that comes into effect that makes that clothing powerful, that impression powerful. It is your appearance, but it is your behavior, and it is how you communicate yourself to others. And when you get it right, you look and feel authentic. That's the image mindset success connection I'm always talking about. And it's not done by accident or by happenstance. It's intention, process, and guess what? Self-love. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to do an audit of your thoughts. How many come up when you look at yourself in the mirror? What kind of thoughts come up? Be honest with yourself, and if you can, write them down. Know that these thoughts are the exact things that are directing your behavior. Because remember, behavior always follows mindset. So if you're hearing a mindset when you get dressed, know it's the exact one running your intention and your behavior in your life in that day to come. If you think about image, now you know it's not about the clothes. It's about who you think you are in the clothes and how you see yourself as becoming the person you want to be in those clothes. Huge difference. And guess what? You can be in charge of that when you know how. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for listening, gal. I know you can tell that I believe a strategic image and a confidence mindset is something everyone who wants to make an impact needs. A shift in confidence can change your life, and it's my joy to work with everyday entrepreneurs, professionals, and influencers in my signature Hue and Style mentorship program. You can explore about how I work with my clients and see their amazing results and breakthroughs too. It's all at hueandstyle.com. Join the community and start to see how making the image mindset success connection can create a breakthrough in your life too. Can't wait to see you there. Bye for now.